Alright. Now what I'm going to be doing now is just pre-installing the fans. The Silencio fans that actually come with the radiator. Just do it on top of this here. And this actually, like I said in the video, the unboxing, it actually comes with a noise dampening gasket, I guess you could call. Since I'm actually going to be doing a push-pull setup, I have the fans right here. Since it's going to be essentially setting like this in the back of the case, I'm going to have the fans mounted with these cross members here pointing the way. That's the way the actual airflow is going to go going. You know, and yeah. Feed them through. And what I like to do is just lift it up a little, make sure we've got it in the hole. Actually, not working. Looks like somebody's tolerances were off here. Let's try these. Okay. There we go. That's the issue. There's two sets of screws, and they are different. If you can see the slight difference in height there. The longer ones are for going through the outside of the case, through the fan to the radiator. Makes more sense now. Makes much more sense. Okay. So you got 4, 8. Alright, reset and try again. So it's all about. Mistakes and learning. That's why we are human. This is not as easy as it seems, folks. There we go. Alright. Read the instructions, you say? I am man. Instructions. instructions are useless. You always want to go in and cross pattern on any fan, CPU, heatsink. Oh, come on. Not only does that gasket there help reduce, I know I didn't do it in cross pattern, it's alright. Do as I say, not as I do. Right? That's what I always say. Alright. Put that up, I'll be back in there. Alright, so yeah, that's the fans installed there. As you can see, I put the fans, so both the leads are coming out right here to center. It'll be a little better not at the center, actually. So yeah, I'll be right back. Hopefully that all got recorded correctly. Be back. Alright, back. This part here is going to be a little tedious. So I'm actually going to have to remove my entire motherboard to get this working. Just for the simple fact that this doodad here, that fan, behind the fan there is the motherboard tray, but it also has a grill that's made into the bracket, so yeah, it's not a good thing. So let's lay you down. Peek in the case here. Actually, I'm gonna lighten it up a bit. Alright. So yeah, we'll go over a overview. It's the AMD heatsink and fan that I'm actually going to be replacing out with the Nepton. And, I don't know if you can see or not, but it actually has the looks like 4 heat pipes. Yeah, 4 heat pipe design. So I'm actually going to be mounting the Nepton right here on these 2 existing fans, which those are Cougar fans. Alright, these are actually the fans that I have in there now in the rear. It's a 4-pack. Got these from Newegg. I think they were $25 or $30. But they are 1200 RPM, 17, we'll call it 17 decibels. That there. And that's the cool design about these fans. It actually directs the airflow more, whereas just a standard, yeah, it's they are only 3-pin fans, so they'll just stay right there, whereas the Nepton will actually plug into here. So yeah, yay. Alright, we're gonna try to record this. It's at a weird angle, but all I'm doing now is just taking out the motherboard screws. I've already taken out the video card and the other items. Unplugged all of the SATA connectors and power supply connectors. Alright, 2 more screws. Actually, while I'm in here, from the CPU heatsink, since that's the most central point. Yeah, that's that. Alright, be right back again.
Really bad thing about the squares that they use in the case here. They're nice for not obstructing the airflow, but they are quite messy. Alright, so
I like this. Okay, yep, that'll work. Alrighty then. Be right back. Alright, so what I've got here is use these long screws right here to actually feed it through to just hold the fan in place as of right now. That way it won't be as difficult when I put this in. I do wish that they would actually have included another set, or well, not a set, but one more of those gaskets. That would have been nice. Alright. Alright, ran into another problem. Evidently those screws, these long ones, aren't made to go through the rear of the case. They still have the wobble effect where they don't sit flushly. I'm assuming that maybe those are for thicker fans. So yeah, that sucks. Hog piss. We'll start over. Alright, come back to the pump later. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we're going to detach the CPU fan. We need AMD, most of the stock, well, all of the stock. So you have the little lever here, loose, pop it there, and on the other side. And what I like to do is give it a little wiggle if I can. I like to wiggle it back and forth to break the the seal of the thermal paste there, because since AMD still uses a zero insertion force connection, or a socket I guess you'd call it, if you just pull straight up just like that without twisting it first or wiggling it, most of the time it'll actually pull the CPU out with it, which can result in broken pins, things of that nature, which nobody wants that. I'm going to use to clean the heatsink actually is that there. It's from Kroger, 91% isopropyl. I don't have anything higher, but get to that in just a moment. So actually what we're going to do now is, since we're AMD, we're actually going to look for the labeled AMD sections at the top. As you can see, quite a few of them. And then this is for both. It's the hidden. Like this one here is Intel only, whereas the other side is Intel. So let's flip it over and follow this side here. Alright, so let's see. First thing we're going to do is actually pull the bracket off. And what that's going to entail is those 4 screws there, and pull them out. And I would always put these up in a safe place. You never know when you're going to need them. It's like everything, right? You never know when you're going to need them. So let's just start it here again. Good thing I made a noise. And still recording good. Alright, so now we've got the bracket there. Get that fully off. And the old one. Bow. So, I wonder, why can't we just use that? Let me look. Alright, so yeah, you do have to take off the back plate. I thought you did, because it comes with its own for AMD, which whenever you're putting it on, it's actually going to go on this way, and if you're looking at the bottom of the motherboard, you'll actually see the AMD logo. Go to focus. There we go. You actually see that logo, and the reason you want to see it is because see how these are raised? If you don't see the logo, those are actually going to be touching the main motherboard, which is not really a good thing. You don't want metal on. So yeah, when you set it like that, they sit a little off the board. And the reason you cannot use the back plate that comes with it is because they have their own special threaded screws, which they're actually just too small. They don't fit. It would have been nice if they had ones that did fit, but hey, that's what they do. Don't worry about it, whatever. Yeah, let's see. Don't see some of the connections. Let's see. Pausing you again. Alright, back here. I'm going to switch to the front camera. Hopefully it's still 1080p, should be. But this is actually the part where you're mounting this here to the actual block. What you're going to do, I don't know if you've seen here. Let's see. It'd be easier just to move the camera. So we're going to have this here, these two little holes. There's going to be one on both sides, and there's a little slit right in there, and it slides in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the provided screws here, which are labeled some letter E. Well, you're going to go through the block. Oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Alright, so screw those nice and snug, and basically you should see something just like that there. Like I said, and it's actually in between the plate, that little black plate there, and that's the way it holds on. So basically you'll do the other side as well, same. Make sure you grab your AMD one, slide it in the slit there, and pick up your handy dandy screw. I use the magnetic screwdriver just because it's easier. You have to. If you've got magical capabilities that you don't need it, let me know. That one started. The final one here. Okay, now you got both sides on, and raring to go. Now these right here actually go in between, or well, not in between. You have the plate here, motherboard, and these go on top of the motherboard. Hold the back plate on, and then these little screws here should go through the top, and basically like that there. This way it'll be in the finished product. Use the picture there. Yeah, I'm gonna flip you back around here and do that. Alright, now for the back plate. I know I keep jumping around back and forth. What you're going to take, since you're doing the AMD, you should see the AMD logo facing you when you're doing this. You're going to have these little screws here. As you can see, it's got the little arrow. That arrow needs to be pointing inside. And what you're going to do is you're going to take these, and snap on like this here. So you got this facing you while you're doing it, and then the screw itself is going to go through that. Should do, and there we go. And basically, what they do in little, let's see, these little notches right here. It's got a little notch on the inside there. Focus. Or not. Yeah, anyways. There's a little notch on the inside of there, which lines up with the notch on the metal there to hold it in place so it's snug. And the final one here. Bam. So now I'll have this on the other side, and that's actually going to poke through, which I'll do real quick. So yeah. Alrighty. So basically what you want to do is you're going to slide that through the holes that are in the motherboard where the old backplate used to go through. You're going to have that there. And now I'm going to pause it again. No. Doesn't really matter which side you use, I don't believe. I'm just going to screw you here. Crisscross pattern, baby. You do want to tighten these down. Wish they had some kind of a tool in the bag to do so, but just gonna work with what you're given. Alright, so the backplate is on, and technically I can put this back in the case, this motherboard, because all that's left is to mount the radiator and the pump water block to the posts, and of course you got to reapply thermal paste. If anybody's wondering, real quick, since this video is going to be a lifetime long anyways, this is what I used here. Got this from the Walmart. Yeah, that's right, the Walmart. It's got a little locking mechanism here. Stop there, and then fully closed. But it's got just standard sockets that are mostly used, and then bits of other types. Anyways, not important. So yeah, I'm gonna get this back in the case, which is down there, and get back with you. Alright, I know I skipped a few, I had a few, but I just want to show you what I did here. These extra long screws, even though actually it does clearly state in the book, therefore going through a case, into the radiator, through the fan, into the radiator, but they still did not fit. Like, they're still way too long. So what I ended up doing is taking 4 screws, you know, that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner. I ended up taking those off of this side and putting them on to that side, so as you can see, at that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then I'm just going to put standard fan screws back here, and these shouldn't be a problem. take. Have these fans plugged back into the original headers that they were, so they're going to be in there like that. Then these two I'm actually going to have to put in this here to the main fan header port. I need you to see me doing things. Oh man, this is fun. Probably not to you all, but to me it is. It's hilarious right now. The things that are happening right now. Get a little mood lighting in here, so you can kind of see a little better. Yeah, what I'm going to do is actually route these two fans behind this. Then let's see, the main one, I'll plug into that. Alright, what I'm doing is actually plugging the brown one here into the bottom fan that's near the tubes. So hopefully that'll be the warmest area. I don't really know. We'll find out. Hopefully that'll be the warmest area. What I'm going to do is plug this into the fan. So that'll be... Alright, sorry about that. Tripod broke, couldn't hold the camera and do this at the same time. But basically, all I did, let me take this out, screwed those into those hex posts that you seen earlier. Did it in a cross pattern. I did this, that, and just kept going until they were tightened down. They do have stops on them, so you don't have to torque them down. They will stop when they're finished. And pretty much just have to kind of route cables, headers, whatnot around until they're all said and done. And that will be that. Only thing I do worry about is the tubes here. They're kind of, I mean, they are flexible, but I wish that they weren't on my RAM. They're actually leaning on the RAM, like the posts there are actually touching the stickers of the RAM, which hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. Yay, RAM issues. But no, these tubes right here, this part where it's going to hit the side fan there, the 230mm. Cross your fingers, hope it doesn't. I'll be back after I got this thing wired and ready to go. Alright, got everything inside now. Video card back in, the pump installed. Got the wires ran around. Actually, along here the front fans here. They're actually along here, tucked in, routed. Bam, right there. And that's how I got the rear fan that I just replaced. Bada bang. Alright, one more pause hopefully. Alright, first boot. Alright, first boot. I had to plug in the power cord. Come on. Okay. Let me shut off this fan over here. And let you hear the silence. Kind of weird. Anyways, but yeah, CPU temps here. I hope this isn't in grayscale on the actual phone, on the video. The battery's going in the camera. I went to grayscale. It's at 15% battery. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I'm running at 27 degrees Celsius. See the CPU fan 700, the opt fan, which is actually the pump. It's actually the pump there. Got chassis fan 1, 2. Let's see. All the fans going, except for the top one. That top one's kind of scaring me there. I don't know. Yeah. So successful so far. I'm gonna post some screenshots as well of the temps. Hopefully so we've got those fans there spinning, and then got the rear fans as well. So it's in a push-pull configuration, because these fans are pushing and these right here are pulling.